Greetings, fellow Earthlings and viewers across the World Wide Web. This is Tune 215, and right now we are in North Carolina. We are in the city of Charlotte. We're going to be visiting the Seversville Hood. We're going to drive and see what the Seversville Hood looks like. This is our first time to Charlotte, and I must admit, on first impression, it looks like a city with a booming economy, at least from the downtown district perspective. It had a nice skyline. Behind me, I see several tall, nice, high-rise buildings. I see a stadium and all of that. We haven't did the downtown district just yet. We'll probably wait a little bit later on in the afternoon. We're going to do several tours while we're here, including a walking tour. So make sure to hit that subscription button, turn on your notification bell so you can see what areas we touch base in Charlotte before we leave the area. This is part of our 48 state cross-country journey. So if you want to see what other places we're going to pop up at next, stay tuned. So we're 4 minutes away from the Seversville Hood. We're coming from the downtown district. We're passing South Cedar. We're on West 4th Street. It looks like we got some luxury apartments on my right hand side. We're passing Johnson and Wales Way. On first impression, it looks like a nice city. At least the heart of it doesn't look bad. It looks like it has a nice booming ambience. Like, out of all the places that I've been in North Carolina, this has felt the closest to Philadelphia, or I should say the city life yet. This has felt the closest to it. Because, I mean, next to Baltimore, but yeah, Baltimore's close to home, so for a little bit we was in like the country. We was in the country. Look at this. We got a trailer on my right hand side. It looks to be abandoned, like it was just randomly placed there. Wow, a free trailer. It's like, no, it's probably not free, but you know what I'm saying? If it's free, it's for me. The other thing with trailers is a lot of times you need a title. You want to register it and all of that, so that's probably why they dumped it there. We're 3 minutes away from the Seversville Hood. I got cars behind me, so that's why I've been doing the speed limit. I haven't started cruising just yet. We're gonna make this right on Walnut Ave. I already see the electric scooters in this neighborhood. All right, we can start cruising here. We're 3 minutes away from Seversville, but we can start cruising here, take a look at the atmosphere, see what it looks like. I see some beautiful low-level, one-story, maybe 1.5-story residential homes, lawns, a variety of siding. In front of us, we have what looks to be a fire station on my right-hand side. CFD number 5. So that's what? Charlotte Fire Department number 5. Fort Apache Fire Station number 5. 5-point safe place. Cool. So we're on Wesley Heights, I believe. Yes, we're on Wesley Heights. Wesley Heights Way, to be exact. And it looks like we are already in Sellersville, ladies and gentlemen. On top of the street signs, I see a smaller sign that says Sellersville. So we are already in the Sellersville neighborhood. So what we're going to do is just cruise around the area and see what it looks like. So on my right hand side, we have an interesting display of plants and flowers. They're very interesting. On my left hand side, it looks like we got some brand new buildings. They look like row homes, surprisingly. These on my left, they look like, for example, if I point to this area, it looks like gentrified almost. Right here on my left hand side, it looks like these were recently made. Now, I can't speak for the history of the area. I do know it was a lot easier to find the worst areas over here, and surprisingly, I'm not going to get too much in depth on why this is a dangerous area, but Seversville came up on the list. So we're just going to take a look and see what it looks like. We're at Sumter Ave, Walnut Ave and Sumter Ave. They got driveways. This is somewhat of like a hilly road. Let's make this left. These houses over here look somewhat interesting. On Woodvale Place and Walnut. Look at these on my right hand side. Check out the awnings. See how that one has like 1, 2, 3 sides? The other one has 2 sides, like a triangle. They're raised off of street level, probably 10, 15 feet. Some of them have like stonework around their front lawn. Some of the lawns are just like a hill. Look at these houses on my left though. One of them is proudly displaying the Carolina Panthers sports flag. When I was in, I believe, where were we at? We were in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I was looking for a small souvenir, something, because we've been trying to grab a souvenir from every state. And I saw the Carolina Panthers memorabilia in the store. We're on Woodvale Place. Let's make this left-hand turn because it appears that this block up here, we're on Woodvale Place and Westbrook Drive. We just turned on the 1800 block of Westbrook. That block up there, Wesley Heights, is the border. So we're gonna make a left-hand turn. We're not gonna go to Wesley Heights. See a gentleman over there, looks like an exterminator. His vehicle reads Palmetto and he's getting into his vehicle. All right, we're on Sumter. I see some back decks on my left. I see some nice clean houses on my right hand side. Very nice, very clean. Nice mowed lawns. We got some trash over here. They throw out, oh snap, a gaming chair. The gaming chair doesn't look too bad either. That thing looked like it was in good shape. A white and black gaming chair. I'm gonna point the camera over here so y'all can see the back of the house. Just so y'all can get an idea. Give you a nice little perspective, a vantage point of what the back of their house looks like. That's the back of the other people's house on the street we just came from. These on my right hand side appear to be the front of their house, but they have the mailbox, the little green patch. I see Everlast hitting bag for boxing on my left hand side. I don't really see much debris. I see a Corona can on my left. I see some like a napkin. I saw like a tissue. Nothing major though. Doesn't appear to be any major dumping just yet. I don't want to speak too soon. We can go. So we already went left. Let's go over here because this is also part of it. It appears to be a small neighborhood when you look at the map, which is why we started it coming from the downtown district. Gold Park, Uptown West Terrace on my right hand side. That looks like new condos and or apartments on my right. These on my left look original. The ones on my right look original, but we just passed like a little terrace park that was gated in. That looked relatively like a new build. We're traveling 9 miles an hour. We're on Alton Street and Sumter Ave. Alton and Sumter. It almost sounds like those words are missing letters. Let's make this right. All right, 25 mile an hour speed limit. We're doing 6 miles an hour. We got a Beamer on my left hand side parked at 228. We got a brick townhome on my left. We got another brick townhome on my left that is painted. We got some vinyl sided homes. All of them are lined with shingles up top. These on my left are 1 story. Now these on my right, look like we just passed an apartment too. One of these had 3 mailboxes on one property. This one on my right, these are a little taller. They're like 2.5 story. I know there's 2 clean stories that you can see. I see a Porsche in the driveway. I see some modern cars. So this is definitely a working class community. I see some Michigan tags. We're on Alton Street and Duckworth Ave. Now we can make a right and we'll still be in the neighborhood, or we can make a left. Let's make a right because that's on the borderline. We could continue covering all these little blocks that's next to the borderline. Look at this on my right hand side. This whole, I'm not from here, I'm not from Charlotte, But I will say, based on what it looks like, this whole block on my right hand side looks like it was made within the last 20 years. Might be sooner. It might have been made 3 years ago, might have been made 11 years ago, it might have been made 15 years ago. But it doesn't look older than 20 years. If anybody who's watching who knows this neighborhood and knows any history, any historical facts, value, knowledge, information, feel free to comment in the comment section. Let us know your thoughts. We're on Duckworth Ave and Uptown West Drive, but this looks relatively new. It's called the Uptown West Terraces. Yeah, these are what I was talking about earlier when I said that they look pretty new. I think I can go through here, and I think I'm gonna show you guys so we can get a look at it. The street's new, the sidewalks are new, the grass looks fresh, well trimmed. These buildings, they look relatively new, like modern. Like the stylization looks modern. We're on Cannon View Lane, the 1700 block of Cannon View Lane. Now they're all uniform, completely uniform. They got garages on the first floor. New windows, new siding, new bricks, new sidewalks. They got gravel in between their driveways, matching doors, K&S sanitation service, matching trash bins. I mean, for the most part, there's even a little walkway right here to walk through. Well, one of them is for sale by Redfin. I guess that's the realty company. So these are definitely not apartments. They're homes for sale. I wonder what these are going for. You guys want to take a guess? I don't know. These look like they could be $600,000-$700,000 homes. I'm just taking a guess. I'm not no professional and all of that yet, but yeah, they look like they could be like maybe a little more, maybe a little less. I don't know. I say 700's the sweet spot. 700K. We're on Cannon View Lane and Uptown West Drive. I'm gonna make this right-hand turn. We got a gentleman right here in his garage on my left-hand side. Oh, it happens to be a woman. She was dressed down. She had like cargos and like a polo shirt, so she fooled me. All right, 4 deliveries. Front doors located on the other side of the building on these units. Okay. Yeah, the street's brand new. So this looks like a private community. It looks like a private community. It looks clean. It's gated off all around it. So I guess if you're not from this area, they definitely will be able to tell. There's a dozen mailboxes on my left-hand side. So that means that many of these people probably don't even get their general mail at their doorstep. They probably have to go to their mailbox. No parking at any time. They have dog poop. Clean up your dog bags. Clean up after your dog bags. The waste station, to be exact. Like little trash bags. Some neighborhoods have that, so you don't leave poop everywhere. All right, we're passing Cannon View and we're exiting Uptown West. I'm gonna make this right-hand turn. And we're gonna turn and make a right. And we're gonna continue traveling up this block. On my left-hand side, it's kind of hard to distinguish. You guys can't probably see it in great detail, but I already see the skyline, meaning I see tall buildings. This is about 6-7 minutes away from the downtown area over here in Charlotte. I know from afar, from Abyss, when we were headed over here. This is Wesley Heights Way. This is the borderline, ladies and gentlemen. So we can actually make, what is this? We can make a left, and then we gotta make another left coming up at Trade Street, West Trade Street. And West Trade Street is the border. So I'm gonna make another left. And then when we get to West Trade Street, I'm gonna make another left. But I know coming on the highway, we came from South Carolina over here. Right now we're stationed in South Carolina. And surprisingly, the skyline caught me off guard. Like, it woke me up. It definitely opened up my eyes. All right, we're at West Trade Street. Look at on my right-hand side. Let me see if I can turn the vehicle this way a little bit so y'all can see some of them tall buildings. You see some of them tall buildings? See them, right? They definitely got a nice view over here. I know most of the locals are probably accustomed to it, but it was cool. We got a used tire shop on my right and another used tire shop on my left. Go Tires and Auto Repair. It looks like we're on a trolley line, guys. Look down. We got tracks below us. We got a trolley electrical line above us. We got Griffith Communications Incorporated Center on my left, on the Arts Factory on my left. We got some nice murals on my right hand side, some fantastic murals. A beautiful little outdoor space on my right. They have like tables, benches. Bruns Academy on my left. We're at Bruns Ave. It looks like this is the entrance to the trolley. This is like a trolley station, or I don't know if this is an above level train. I'm not from here, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. Maybe somebody who knows this area can tell us. Right here, there's a sign that reads, "Welcome to Seversville. The streetcar village of Seversville, located west of Uptown, grew and Henry Klontz Severs country store and was one of the first ring villages in Charlotte." Let me reread that. The streetcar village of Seversville was located west of Uptown, grew and Henry Klontz Severs country store and was one of the first ring villages. I don't know, that feels like a really, and since 1890, Seversville since 1890. That felt like a long run-on sentence. I don't know, maybe I wasn't comprehending the text, but there's a little, what looks to be, so we came from left. We was in one of them little communities, remember? You remember? But it looks like on the map, there's another little private, look at all these new houses all on my right. Wow. It looks like there's another little private area right here. Oh, this is the private area right here that comes up. Right here on my left. Okay, so we're gonna continue traveling. We got an awesome dog on my right hand side. I just wanted to slow down so you guys can see this man's dog. Alright, so we came from in front of us. That's when we went to that little private community. Maybe I can make a right. Check out this view. See if you guys can see that. You see the tall buildings on my left hand side? That's an interesting building. It looks a little Gotham-like. Let's make this right. This is a two-way street. We got two young females on my left-hand side walking their what looks to be a child in a stroller. All right, we have a street crew in front of us working on the poles, on the electrical lines. I don't know, let me see, is it electrical or is it phone line? It is probably the internet or phone line because it's AT&T. Right here on Sumter and Alden. Look at that house on my left-hand side that they're working next to. It has a very distinct look. Very distinct look. Alright, so I'm gonna take a look on my right. I see a flag. Several cars parked up. West End Drive on my left-hand side. West End Drive in Sumter. It looks like they're making a new community over here on my left. So what I've seen is a lot of new projects. Not projects as in public housing, but you know, when you start a project, you know, you start a building, you know, a location. That's what I see. I see a lot of new locations that, for example, on my right-hand side, look at those buildings with all the vinyl siding on Sumter and Bruns Ave. That looks new to me. It looks like new materials. You know, because sometimes these materials don't age too well. So you can look at it and see it faded and see it worn. Look at, like here on my left, look at that. That's new. They're not even finished. You could still see the Kingspan green guard sheathing, which is like weather insulation and all that on my left. They haven't put the siding on it. Look at new townhomes from the low 400s. Oh, wow. So that goes to show you. I'm over here estimating $700K for the other ones that was around the corner. These are going from the low 400s. Empire West End towns, ladies and gentlemen. So the low 400s, meaning 420, 450, maybe 500,000. Now, maybe 700 wasn't too far off from the other ones if they have better amenities and, you know, things included. We're at the 300 block of South Bruns and the intersection of Katona. The 300 block of Katona Ave. Alright, this block has like a little turn, like an L turn. They have their own little private awning back there where they can protect their cars. This appears to be a very welcoming neighborhood, surprisingly. We got a hand cart on the side thrown there. Probably belongs to that van. Maryland tags on my right. Mind you, we're in North Carolina, but it's not that far. Maryland's not far off. Gas can on my left. Driveways on my right. This dude on my left parked in his gravel driveway. We see leaves. I'm already seeing the autumn leaves on the ground. You see it? Look at this classic, this Cadillac on my right, coupe. Wow, that thing is mint. Wow, Coupe de Ville. Those things are popular. They're popular. Somebody had a swing in front of the house that they made. We're on Mohapak and Katona. What an interesting name, I'm telling you. They got some interesting names over here. Alright, this in front of us is a dead end, but we're gonna go through it. Is it in front of us? I believe so. Let me see. Oh, on my right. Oh, on my right is the dead end. So let's go to my right. Let's take a look at it, because y'all know sometimes I'll be exploring these little dead ends. Then on my left, a new building. Now, remember I hinted at earlier at this being one of the worst areas? It was on the top 10 list. It was like mid list. Now, it doesn't look too bad now, but one thing that I will say, this doesn't look like a dead end either. One thing that I will say, we're on State Street. This is the borderline. This is the opposite borderline. So if we pass this street, then we will no longer be in the Seversville neighborhood. I'm gonna make a right. One thing that I will say is that usually neighborhoods with a lot of new buildings like we got here, we're on State and Mohapak. Let me read it correctly. Mohapak Street. Say it with me. Mohapak. What a weird name. One thing that I will say is when there's a lot of new buildings, look at this on my right. This building looks really poorly kept, peeling. That's probably the worst building I've seen in this neighborhood yet. Is that when there's a lot of new buildings in a neighborhood, there's California tags on my left on the Audi. That usually signifies it was once, look on my right, boom, brand new establishment, brand new building. That signifies that it was probably once a broken down, dilapidated community, basically. Because they didn't just buy brand new houses and knock them all down. There's probably a lot of lots over here, maybe a lot of abandoned homes. I'm just assuming. I'm gonna pull over because there's a car coming behind me. I'm just assuming because the amount of construction or new buildings that I've seen for the last 20 minutes since I've been here pretty much outnumbers what looks to be the original homes in the area, in this area at least. Can't speak for the rest of the city, but we're on Sumter and State. Look on my left, a lot of original homes on my left, but this building on my right looks new. This one right here, new or recently renovated. It's nice though. Even the sidewalk is brand new. I want State Street. State Street is the border. Right in front of us is a road closed sign, meaning we cannot enter. We're at State and Whitehaven, the 300 block of Whitehaven. On my right hand side, it reads lots for sale, Pearl Realty. Contact Pearl J. Smith Broker. Visit www.pearlrealtync.com. Tell them Toon sent you. Tell them you saw the property available on Toon 215. Yeah, guys, so that goes to show you, you see this lot right here is available. So if you were wealthy or if you had a good amount of money, maybe $200,000, $300,000, you want to move to Charlotte, you want it to be 6 minutes away from the heart of the city, you can buy this lot on my left hand side and build your dream home right there. And that goes to show you. We have another trailer on my right hand side. This one looks like it's being cared for though. The other one that we saw in the beginning looked like it was just thrown there. Look on my right. New buildings. Let me pull into one of these so you guys can get a little peek. Look at. They have their own private rear garage. Yeah, you want to beep? Somebody just beeped when I just pulled into the driveway. Like, how do they not know that I live here? You know what I mean? We could have just moved here from West Philadelphia, born and raised. Kensington's where I spend most of my days. We got two older gentlemen right here. We got a young gentleman on my left-hand side with flip-flops with curly hair walking with a gray shirt and some blue pants. On my right, the older gentleman has a flannel long-sleeve shirt, some khaki pants. The gentleman sitting down has what looks to be like a sponsored shirt with a variety of different names. The other day just went shopping. He has one of those quickie electric chairs, mobile chairs, the mobility chairs, and they definitely did go shopping. He also had a large scar going down the back of his head down to his back. And he's in a wheelchair, so he probably had some type of serious surgery done in his lifetime. That's probably why he's in the wheelchair, you know. Sad. Okay, we're continuing to travel down Bruns Ave. So these are those new townhomes on my left. Remember, we went right. We're gonna continue going straight. New townhomes from $400,000. So I'm assuming the townhomes on my left-hand side for $400,000 dramatically increased the price of the homes on my right-hand side. Maybe at one point these homes on my right, just guessing, on my right were probably in the past, before all of the new building and construction, probably 30, 40, 50, 60,000, maybe 70, 80 if they were lucky, just guessing. But after the new establishments and all the buildings have been made, we're on Bruns and Mohapak. After all the new buildings have been made, maybe those houses are now going for an easy 200,000, 150, 200, 225, 300,000, depending on the trims and all the things they had going on there. Let's make this left on Katana. Remember, we went straight. There's an older woman right there walking with a pink shirt, black pants, red stripes. Yeah, so I know that tends to be the pattern when you have a neighborhood with new houses and the neighborhoods all well put together, new sidewalks, new streets, things like that. It tends to not only raise your property taxes, but it raises your property value. It looks like a nice block. Looks like a nice block, I'll tell you that much. I don't see any kids out yet because I'm sure they're probably at school. Camp McGinnis on my left-hand side. Somebody had a wooden stencil outline in front of the house that said Camp McGinnis. Most of the lawns look mowed and trimmed too. Oh, this is the no outlet that we read earlier. Okay. So we're at a no outlet block. There's a cat. Don't run over the cat, dude. Yo, that was a big old cat. I was confused. Is that a cat, a baby fox, a rabbit mixed with like a chihuahua or something? Yeah, there was like an orange cat running across the street that this car I thought was gonna hit, but he ain't hit him. And it was so chubby and stocky. It looked like a miniature horse, like a little chubby hog pig. Look, I think it's on my right hand side on the lawn. Cats over here in Charlotte are eating good in the neighborhood. Look at that cat right there. That cat's so fat. Yo, at Camp McGinnis feeding that cat. What? Look at him. Don't be looking at me, kitty cat. That was a cute cat. Wow, this car behind me's about to rush us over. Come on, dude. It ain't my fault that you know, without knowing, unknowingly went down a no outlet. We knew we were going down a no outlet. Almost, maybe, just about. We ain't know. I thought the other block was a no outlet, but it's cool. He was like on my tail. And then he drove by and he gave me the stink eye. He was looking at me like, you tourist. Come on, I'm looking at the cat. Leave me alone. All right, we already went left. gonna go right, and then I'm gonna go right again. All right, we're on Mohopac, the 600 block of Mohopac Street. Basketball court on my right hand side. That's usually signs of children. Oh, it's a dead end right here in front of us too on my right hand side. So let's go through it. Let's just go through it to see it. Just to see what this block contains. We have a gentleman who's working on my left hand side. I'm gonna pull over. We got a car behind me. We got Bruns Avenue Elementary on my left hand side. I'm gonna pull over. This Kia is like on me. Lady, you live here? Unless she's gonna make a U-turn too. 25-mile-an-hour speed limit. I'm doing 11 miles per hour. So this is an elementary school on my left-hand side, which means if any of these houses across the street have children, then they just go across the street. You should never, ever, 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 ever be late. Bad news is if you're a child and you live across the street and you do something bad, they're gonna tell your parent. They're gonna go knock on your door. Stewart Greenway. Yeah, she went the wrong way because she ended up making a whole U-turn. Yo, we got a playground on my right-hand side. Ray's Splash Planet, 1.5 miles on my left. Seversville Neighborhood Park right here in front of us. Stewart Greenway. It's a nice little park on my right. There's a playground in front of us. There's a bunch of kids over there, y'all. Wow, Charlotte kids are having fun. That's what's up on my right-hand side. The one thing that I will add is there should be some type of gates here. There's no gates here to protect the children. I mean, maybe it's a safe neighborhood. I don't know. But I feel as though, like, maybe that's because I come from a city where all of our schools, or most of our schools, have gates surrounding, at least the kid part. Like, even if the outdoor part has grass, the interior part, the schoolyard where the kids are playing, you should put gates so random strangers don't walk in. You know, you never know what's on people's agendas nowadays. Got some parents on my right-hand side. Look like we have some school staff. They have one of them outdoor library boxes. That rock on my right reads Bruns Bears. Oh, the bear is their mascot. Speaking of mascot, when I was a kid and I used to play video games, basketball games, I used to like playing with the Chicago Bulls or the Charlotte. What's their mascot's a bee, but I can't think of the name of the team. But I used to even like the jacket, like the Charlotte jacket with that blue bee. It's like a bumblebee, right? But it's like blue. We got like aqua blue, like a not a turquoise, like an aqua blue and like an aqua green. I don't know. But anyway, I could have swore that it went to Charlotte. All right, so I think we got a little bit more of the community covered, with the exception of like 2-3 blocks, and then we literally just covered this whole little area. Remember I said it was a little neighborhood? It's a little neighborhood, but it doesn't look bad. I'll tell you that much. Doesn't look bad. I don't know if the youngsters come out in the evening hours and hang out on the corner and all of that, but from what it appears to be now, if they do come out and hang out, they must have brooms and dustpans and trash bags and clean up while they're hanging out, because I don't even see any trash. We're on West End and Sumter. Like very minimal. I don't even see, let me see if I see cigarette butts. I don't even see cigarette butts. Does anybody smoke in this community? Say no, people gotta smoke, but I don't even see like chewed gum stuck on the sidewalks. Like in Philly, some of our sidewalks got like a bajillion black little dots. I gotta go a little faster because I got this truck behind me. This truck is out, yo. Bro, did you not realize that this is a little turnabout? Relax, my guy. I'm going to make this right. I make this left. Matter of fact, we came through here. I want to go this way. We got the No Grease Mosaic Village, Mosaic, I'm sorry, I said Mosaic. Mosaic Village nearby. neighborhood has a Vanity Nail Bar. They have a Dollar Tree in the neighborhood too, if that means anything to anyone. But you're not far from the downtown district, so I can assume that you probably got a lot of shopping opportunities, eateries, cafes, things like that in the downtown district. Some interesting plants. We're on Wesley Heights and Walnut Ave. I'm gonna make this right. This right is gonna take us to an area that we haven't visited yet. If we go left, we've already visited there. So now we're on Tuckasegee Road. Wow, Tuckasegee? Look at it on my left hand side. What was that? Dishwasher. Tuckasegee, are we? Yeah, it says we're on Tuckasegee, but on the street sign, it says we're on Wesley Heights Way. Alright, we didn't go here yet. So let's make this right hand turn. Alright, we're approaching Sumter Ave, the 1400 block of Sumter Ave and Westbrook Drive. I should probably go left. I mean right, I'm sorry. I should probably go right. We go right and then come back around. Did we go through here? We probably went through here. I just went around the block. Yeah, I believe so. Oh, let's take another spin around the block. Oh yeah, this is where the gaming chair was at. I remember. You remember? That gaming chair is calling me. It's saying, "Take me, take me." Yeah, that was a clean gaming chair. All you have to do is wipe it down with some Clorox wipes, and you can use it for like a game room. You know, something. Them gaming chairs. That's probably like an Amazon one, like a cheap one. They like $80, $100, $150, depends on what the brand is. That looked like a generic brand, but it was clean and it had no rips. You could pick it up, wipe it down, sell it for $25 on OfferUp and make that free $25. You a hustler, you could sell salt to a slug. We on 4th and Wesley Heights. We got the bus stop next to us. The 8 bus stop and the 34 bus stop. Alright, we're still in the neighborhood. We're still in the Seversville neighborhood. Now we're on Tuskegee Road. I guess the other street turned into Tuskegee Road. Wallace Prute Recreation Center on my right. Wow, that driveway on my right led right to the kids playing. I literally saw kids in the middle of that driveway playing. Yeah, they didn't do a really good job at securing that schoolyard, if you ask me. But you didn't ask me, so. Let's make this right on Jesco Street. Tuskegee. How you say that? Tuskasegee. Let me make sure I pronounce it. Tuskasegee. No, Tuckasegee. Oh wow. Tuckasegee Road. Tuckasegee. So we're on Tuckasegee Road. We got some interesting buildings on my left hand side. We got a parking lot on my right hand side. We got a lot of new plants that appear to be planted on my left and my right on the sidewalks. We got a beautiful mirror on my left. We got a bus on my left hand side. Check it out. We got a Charlotte bus. It looks like they're using the colors from the mascot. It's like, I can't think of the color. It's not really like a baby blue, but it's like one of them green blues. If that makes any sense? Alright, so it looks like we're approaching a detour road. There's a bunch of signs right here that read detour. We're approaching State Street, which is the borderline. We got probably like a block, like not even, like a block and a half more, and we would have covered the whole entire Seversville neighborhood. Allow this big truck to go by. It says adopt a city street, University of Dayton alumni. Yo, I can adopt a city street. Can I name the street too? Can I have a street over here? Oh, we got a supermoto behind. Is this a supermoto? Nah, it's just, it's some sporty looking street bike. It almost looked like a supermoto. Ouch, ouch. Alright, we're gonna allow this truck in front of us to enter their business. Swinnerton on my left, and it looks like we got a concrete business on my left, hence this vehicle in front of me. It's called Southern Concrete. And we got like a huge refinery, probably a concrete refinery on my left hand side. Whoa, we got one heck of a little pothole right here. Whatever that dude is on behind me, that bike looks super sporty. It's like a Suzuki. We're on Ambassador Street. We actually one block past the borderline. I missed the turn back there, but let's turn here. This is Parkview. Oh, snap. We're in the Parkview neighborhood. State Ambassador. That's decent. You know why I say that's decent? They got the name of the neighborhood you're in on top of the street sign. Dude, that would make life so much easier. Because you would know, like, what neighborhood you're in 100% for sure. Because on top of the street sign, it says you're in the Parkview neighborhood. Top of the street sign says you're in the Seversville neighborhood. They'll be like, yo, you ain't in Seversville? No, but bro, the sign says Seversville. I'm in Seversville. You know what I mean? Like, that's a good investment. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's petty to me. You're like, Tune, why are you being petty? You don't need that. Man, that's decent. In my opinion. Carroll and Ambassador. Let's continue driving, but then again, we're not in the neighborhood we're supposed to be. Let that little yellow Miata on my right-hand side. Punch Miata, no punch back. Say, ain't no punch buggy. But, I bet. So, we're going to go to this corner of Ambassador, make one last left turn, another left turn, and we would have successfully completed the Seversville neighborhood. I'm going to try to do my best to keep them categorized in like an organized fashion. Not have them mixed up 2 to 3 neighborhoods in one. I tried that recently and that hasn't been too successful. Tuskegee Road and Ambassador Street. But life's about experimentation. You have to experiment. We have a Valero gas station on my right. Gas is $2.95. Pure Body on my right hand side, whatever that is. And Grace Medical Clinic on my right. Oh wow, this block is closed. Tuskegee. Can I go down here? No? No, I can't. Oh, look at the skyline right there, guys. Look up. Look at that skyline. You see that skyline? Wow, that skyline looked fantastic. They got it going on a little bit, little something over her. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So this was our little short tour covering the Seversville hood in Charlotte, North Carolina. I tried to do my best to show you guys what the area looks like. Hopefully I covered it in its almost entirety, like a good 90+% of it. We got a squirrel, RIP to that squirrel on my left hand side. I'm gonna say a prayer for him. Oh, he was on my right hand side, my bad. That was my little dyslexia kicking in. Yeah. RIP to the squirrely squirrel. This is your homeboy Tune, Mr. Tune Dallas, Tune 215, Tune Ski, Tunism, Bad Tune, Tune 1, Tuner. Mr. Tune be chilling. Y'all know Toonie Kelly, Fragilistic, XP Aldocious, and I'm tuning out.